you hear me? All right, my name is Tatiana. I was born and raised right here in Southbridge, something that I am very, very proud of. I am an Afro-Latina Asian American woman. As a child, teenager, and young adult, I never self-identified as being Black, nor did I think I would. How very ignorant of me. It took open and uncomfortable discussions with people that are Black, along with educating myself around my ethnic and racial history, to truly, fully understand that I am a person of color, specifically an Afro-Latina Asian American woman. But it was my personal experience during my early and mid-20s where I was stereotyped, misperceived, and judged because of the color of my skin. That right there, those experiences, enhanced my understanding and awareness that inequality exists right here in this country, right here in this town. It is important for Latinos, Hispanics, Asians, every other race that's non-white to understand that we too are stereotyped and judged because of the color of our skin and what we look like. However, please remember that our experiences are only a fraction of what Black people in this country experience on a daily basis. As we shouted in Worcester last week, we all have to amplify Black voices. We should never minimize or question their experiences and their truths. You do not have to be Black to amplify Black voices. We have a duty to educate those around us that deny, do not know, or do not believe that structural, institutional, and systemic racism exists in this country. We have to be unapologetic when we hold ourselves and others accountable. As we all know, we live in a world where digital technology is very powerful. People are revealing themselves. They are revealing their attitude, emotions, thoughts, and beliefs about racism in this country. We have a moral responsibility to speak up and against injustice, inequality, and racism. What happened to George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery are not isolated events. Please remember that. There are many people I grew up with that have completely shocked me with their own ignorance, racial and prejudicial views. And some that I can say I'm not surprised. However, there are many from this town that are not afraid to speak up. I want to give a special shout out to Sarah Hebert, Sherry Lee Ryder, Mike and Ashley Arastia, Lisi Velez, Idalise Rivera, Janessa Aponte, my sisters in Dariana and Elise, all of you and the countless others who are allies for this cause and refuse to be silenced. Give yourselves a shout and a round of applause, please.
Yeah.
It is time to coalesce and be conscientious about activating our supports and allies and uniting to ensure that every Black life matters, every Black experience matters. The police force here in Southbridge is much more diverse than it was when I was growing up. It's great to see a diverse police force that reflects its community. It'll be greater to have a police force that is aware and understanding of their implicit, unconscious, and conscious biases that they hold as it relates to people of color. It'll be greater to have a police force that can appropriately de-escalate situations. It'll be greater to have a police force that has the courage and bravery to report their fellow colleagues who are abusing their power to protect and serve all. It'll be greater to have a police force that is able to integrate and establish positive and trusting relationships with their community, specifically communities of color. This is possible. I will always remember and cherish Officer Rosa, Joe Dingy, and Dwayne Ledoux, police officers that had a positive impact on me, our community, and many other children, teenagers, adults, and our elderly. And I am confident that police officers like Jose Alteri, a good friend of mine while we were growing up, along with Jalen Doughton, will continue to positively influence and shape this community, the community of Southbridge. One last very, very important reminder. Please do not lose sight of the power of voting. It is our civic duty and responsibility to vote. I know many of us have become very discouraged throughout the years around the impact and the power of our vote. Our vote is so important. People fought and died for our right to vote. Please vote. Voting helps shape and influence local and federal legislature. You can impact representative government right here in Southbridge, making sure that people that are in positions to create and develop laws and regulations about your community have similar values and beliefs. This impacts school funding, the hiring of teachers, police officers, your parks, right? Small businesses, sidewalks, and even how the town handles potholes during the winter. I am very, very proud of the town of Southbridge. A special shout out to Jasmine Rivas, who's developed a positive reputation for being a community activist and organizer. Though I have lived in Worcester for the past 11 years, I never forget where I came from. And I'm honored to be able to come back and give, I'm honored to be able to come here and give back in any way I can. I continue to stand up and speak up and against others who talk very, very badly about this town because of our makeup. We all have a duty to speak. Speak up, speak out against injustice and inequality and unfairness. Don't be silent. Don't ever be silent. Together we will all unite and influence change. Thank you.